Hey, hey, what's going on? Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope you're all enjoying your Tuesday. I wanted to check in and see if any of y'all saw this trailer for this movie, Karen. YouTube's weird. Like, I want to play the trailer, but at the same time, I don't really know how it's going to handle it because the weird thing with YouTube is that they give you copyright strikes for everything. So even if you share an ad, they'll give you copyright strike, which makes no sense because I would think the creators of the ad would be happy that anybody sharing the ad. Same with movie trailers. They give you like a hard time over movie trailers, which to me makes the least amount of sense. You'd think everybody would want a movie trailer to be shown. But check this out. This is a movie called Karen, and it looks like a really bad skit. And people are talking about it. I feel kind of weird even mentioning it because it's almost such clickbait. It's so bad that I don't even want to believe it's real. You know what I mean? Hey, Revolution. Hey, Chaotic Goods. Actually, this is not a normal time that we're normally on. So let me just share with people real quick that we are on. But yeah, this Karen thing is just a really weird movie. It looks like, and I can't tell if it's comedy or not. Have any of y'all seen it yet? Have any of y'all taken a look at it? I'd be curious to know. I mean, not the movie, of course, because I don't think it's out. But has anybody seen the trailer yet? And you know what really kind of bothers me about this movie is that it's so bad that I feel like it ends up kind of giving a pass to a lot of the movies that are bad but not as bad as this. Like it's such a hyper real version of where we are right now. Like it's such an extreme version of everything that's bad with media right now that I think it becomes an easy scapegoat that distracts from the fact that like so many things are basically this movie. You know, them, Underground Railroad, Good Hair was one. There was one called Spell. There was a bunch of Ma was another one. Like all these Jordan Peele ripoffs. You know, this is just the most extreme version, but there are so many like this, and I feel like stuff like this ends up giving a cover to the less obviously bad stuff. You know what I mean? Just by contrast. Yeah, it looks like an SNL skit. It's too on the nose. Yeah, I totally agree. It could almost work as like a parody if it was trying to parody if it was trying to parody a lot of these bad Jordan Peele ripoffs. I could F with it. You know, I could mess with it. But there's no clear sign that it's doing that. So here is the trailer. If there's music to it, then I'll probably have to turn down the music or I'll have to talk over it just to keep from the copyright strike. So if I talk over most of this thing, it's not me being rude or a blabbermouth. It's just me trying to avoid the copyright strike. Because if I don't talk over the music and the YouTube algorithm picks it up, it's copyright strike time. So here goes. So
Guess this is a long way from East Point.
first off,
Maybe
doesn't
we
look
just
weirdly
gotta give
cheap.
it a chance.
And then there's that instrument that's in every horror trailer now. Plink, plink. I want you to hear that again. Like it's such a spoof. It's so weird. Bing.
Tell me about your new neighbors. They're black. Do you mind keeping it down?
Hold on.
Neighbors.
Look at the black guys laughing.
Do you mind keeping it down?
What?
Tell me about your new neighbors. They're black. Do you mind keeping it down? If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Somebody's taking home security serious.
I think that's the husband of Tia Mowry, one of the Mowry twins. I think that's her. Has anyone heard of Coke Daniels? I looked him up and I couldn't really figure out much about him. Yeah, that piano thing. The woman who plays Karen, you probably didn't recognize her because she's not playing a drug addict. She's always playing meth heads and prostitutes. She's like the white Paula J. Parker. Like there's an actress, Paula J. Parker, that I used to like in the 90s and 2000s, but she needed a better agent. They always had her playing strung out like prostitutes and stuff. And like Taryn, I think Taryn Manning is her name. She was in Orange is the New Black. I think that's the most recent big thing that she was in. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give it that. That it's that the camera placement is good. Yeah, the cinematography looks really, really horrible. Continuing on.
Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm your neighbor. You need to be taking your trash cans off the curb right when.
God, that piano clink is so over the
Is she
top.
nice?
Yeah, she's nice.
Wait a minute. We have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
Karen. Hey, enjoy yourself.
Okay, that's even worse. I don't know if you guys know what hanging a lampshade means, but hanging a lampshade is when a piece of art tries to take care of an obvious criticism by calling attention to it first. So they kind of realize that it's a little too on the nose and corny to have a movie about a white entitled woman, and the woman's name is really Karen. Like it's a little too literal. So to be clever, they inserted it in there. Like they had the character call attention to it. But the problem with hanging a lampshade is calling attention to something isn't a get out of free card. It doesn't automatically excuse the use of the bad thing. Like a lot of people think that, and for a lot of easily satisfied viewers, that is true. A lot of easily satisfied viewers will laugh at that and accept that, oh well, they call attention to it first, so you know it's okay. They're in on the joke. But no, it's still a cheesy thing to do.
So
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen. I've
Microaggressions.
come across some very suspecting teenagers.
suspecting?
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive. Yep.
I left my wallet with my ID.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. We didn't do anything.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of
I wanted there to be a supernatural aspect. Like, you know, she's a hundreds-year-old Karen, and she was like getting black men lynched, you know, in the 1800s or something. Yeah, it looks. Oh, hey Ryan, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while.
her.
Would you mind stepping out of the car?
My office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her brother.
Oh no, her
She
brother's a
doesn't like
cop.
black people.
We have a search warrant.
Well, I
Oh, okay, so that's her brother. The little girl said she doesn't like black people. This is like way too much like us.
black.
I know, she doesn't like you either.
I want to sell the house.
What I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We are living next door to a racist. You went in her house?
You wouldn't want your wife to know our little secret, right?
There's not standard police procedure back there.
What?
What's our little secret? Please don't tell me that black man ends up sleeping with her. I hope they don't go there, because I know like with a lot of woke things, like a big problem that they have now, or a big thing they're obsessed with, is kind of trying to paint like the black man as some natural ally of, you know, the white woman, because the black man wants to uphold and take part of white supremacy and, you know, partake of the benefits. That's like the new woke discourse, and I hope they're not going there. Or maybe she's trying to frame him for rape, like she's falsely accusing him. I don't know.
What do we have here?
We got a hammer. Everything looks like nails.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Like who is this for? I always wonder, like, who gets joy out of just having their second class citizen status, just constantly thrown back in their face for entertainment. You know, I'm guessing the goal is to have a really good comeuppance, but you can't even trust that these days because a lot of these torture porn things, when you watch them, like there's not even a real comeuppance. Like when you watch the series Them, it was like 10 hours of like torture and very little comeuppance at all. Yeah, not possible. They can't be subtle. It's not in their DNA.
Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
The logo's clever. I like the little. Yeah, Taryn Manning is her name. I mean, the whole thing. Corey Hardrick. Yeah, that's Tia Mowry's husband. Written, produced, and directed by Coke Daniels. I looked up Coke Daniels' pedigree, and this seems to be his biggest break. But check this out. This is kind of funny. 7 months ago, someone did this. Check this out. But someone did their own Karen spoof trailer like 7 months ago. This is like how she got the John Kate Gosselin hair. But this is actually like better.
Hey, is everything okay?
Yeah. No, I just.
They should have done the movie like this.
Sorry to bother, folks. We had a call about some aggressive parenting here. This woman asked for the manager's manager. If we don't stop her, she could ask for the president of the United States.
It's called Karen
I feel like a
Live Laugh Blood.
She's out there. She's just waiting to complain about something as stupid as she is.
Yeah, the title is good. Live Laugh Blood. And the hair is so good. That's gotta be her real hair. Even her shape is perfect.
Yeah, I'm looking for a woman whose head looks like it's been hit by a weed whacker.
If they did it like this, it could have been so funny.
Oh! Get out of the way!
How can there be two different calls with the same complaint states apart from each other?
What if Karen isn't one person? What if it's like a type of person? What if there's multiple Karens? Hey, I met the new neighbor today.
Oh, yeah? What's her name?
Yeah, I mean, something along the lines of that I think would have been funny, but it just shows how like, obvious the whole thing is. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's not the deepest cut of an idea, you know what I mean? Whew. Yeah, but yeah, it looks pretty terrible. So many people wrote me about that. It's like so that's why I wanted to do a video on it so people could just stop sending it to me. Everybody was sending it to me. Yeah, like it would be nice if that turns out to be a comedy similar to that one. I think a dark comedy about Karens could work, but it's clearly not that. If it is that, then the people cutting the trailer are horrible. But something else too that's really getting on my nerves with the new woke discourse. White women have gotten a pass, you know, for their role in white supremacy for far too long, and there has been this type of attempt by white women to steal oppression and valor, you know, to try to make themselves out to be as oppressed or more oppressed than people of color, especially men of color, things like that. But I feel like now there's become almost like an overcorrection of like making the white woman, and I'm not trying to cape for white women. I'm not, you know, break out the world's smallest violin. It's not that I feel bad for the white woman, but I feel like what's kind of happening is that white men are quietly getting an image rehab. You know what I mean? Like even white men are jumping in on it and getting props for it. Like, you know, like what Bill Burr did with his Saturday Night Live monologue where he's bashing white women, and all these like black people were like, yeah, Bill. So all these black people were like, yeah, Bill, you tell him and everything. And you're starting to see more and more of these. Yeah, just like something corny about it. Like there's more and more race-based movies with like these white woke bay types, you know, these white guys who are like great allies, etc. And then um just reaffirming like how bad like the white women are. Like the only bad white men really will be cops. Like an example is like The Hate You Give. Like the only real bad white men there were cops. But you know, the other white men were like dreamy woke bays that chose the black girl over the white girls, and most of the regular civilian racism was all by jealous, petty Karen trainings. You know what I mean? That's something that gets on my nerves. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, but you know, that's basically it. Wasn't yeah, the colorism horror movie, yeah. I mean they had the bad hair color movie already. I mean the good hair color movie about hair. The colorism one is definitely coming. For sure. In fact, you should try to pitch it. You will definitely sell it. There'll be a bidding war for it. Thanks so much, guys. Everyone, be good. That was a short one. Just want to talk about the trailer. There's not really much to say beyond that, but I wasn't able to find out when the trailer is coming out. I mean, when the movie's coming out. I couldn't really see it in the trailer. Does anyone know? I guess I could just look it up. But yeah, take care, everybody. Be good.